Okay, they just here for years, it's the Mizzle show. Always checking in, cause you know we love sports. Ayy, they just hit 100, so it's time to get some out. Ayy, yeah, just two brothers, yeah, y'all. Come tune in, they got guests, they got others, yeah, y'all. Come sit and chat, they got talks like no others, yeah, y'all. Cause it's a family up in here, we love each other, yeah, y'all. Let's do this Saturday night, yeah. It's the Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show, yeah. Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show. It's the Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show, yeah. Mizzle show, yeah, the Mizzle show.
Well, we thought we were going to take the night off, but then news just keeps happening in the NFL, so yet here we are again bringing you episode 290, but we promise to have this be a quick...
Don't say that.
Well,
Don't say that.
We're going to try.
There we go. That's a better word to say.
We're going to try. But we are now officially 10 episodes away from episode 300.
Hell, the rate we're going, we could have that done by next week.
You know what? You're not.
Oh, by the way, special announcement. January 21st might be a special edition of the Mizzle and Dove Show. Just saying. January 21st.
Going up on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
Before we continue, now, technically, it is the 8th, but we want to say one more time to Mr. Ophis of Asgard.
If he's watching.
If he's watching. Again, happy birthday, sir. Your adventures of all the food stops was quite ridiculous.
Yeah.
But funny at the same time.
I mean, take advantage of the free, if they want to give out freebies for a birthday.
If it's free, you know what? I told him, I said, you know what? It's a damn shame that Nations doesn't have any free birthday stuff. Otherwise, man, just saying. But nonetheless, happy damn birthday. But what he said earlier this morning. Now, there's a special chat group that Mizzle and I are a part of on Instagram.
Jesus.
And there's a certain fellow, and there's a certain person in there, and him and Ophis went back and forth to the point that I was literally in tears because the crap was so damn funny.
Goodness.
But
they should look. I know that we say the Monroe should have a show, but damn it,
those two,
yeah,
should definitely have one.
Definitely.
But, certainly news here in my city of residence as the Raiders decide to push the start over button yet again as Antonio Pierce let go just after one season here in Las Vegas. GM.
You know the thing that really made me mad about how they did that?
Go ahead.
They let that man go up there and do a press conference. That was wrong. Yeah. That was wrong. You knew you wanted to fire him in the first place. Given to me, see, even for me, I had a little bit excited. I text you. I'm like, well, he's doing his press conference. I think we're going to hold on to him. Well, here we are now.
So after one season, they decided to let him go. They will retain Tom Telesco.
I like that. He drafted very well. Yeah. He got us a big splash free agent. Give him another year to try to cook with 10 picks. Close to 120 million salary cap. Let's see how we re-sign our own. And let's just see what here's the thing. Look at the LA Inglewood Chargers right now. That's not Hardball's team.
It's not, no.
With a few sprinkles here and there when they drafted and free agents, but that's Telesco's team.
Yeah.
He can draft, he can't hire a coach.
Well, he hit on the quarterback for Inglewood, to which Jim Harbaugh is enjoying
thriving
the fruits of Telesco's labor in Justin Herbert. Without
yes.
Now, the question is for Telesco, can he hit on that quarterback here in Henderson?
I hope.
Even though
that's.
I mean, outside of Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders, I mean, the quarterbacking class of 2025 is not really that sexy looking.
Unless that kid from Penn State changes his mind, he wants to come out. Then I'm like, you go get that kid.
Oh, so you are really big on Drew Allar.
Brother, he's like what 6'5"?
Yeah, 6'5", yeah.
He okay. I'm gonna say this. It don't matter who we draft as quarterback. If we don't have the right play caller directing this young man or whoever we get to come play one of the most it's the position of football. Besides the center and the quarterback, those are the two people that touch the ball the most on the field. So if we don't hit on the okay, we can get the head coach, but if we don't hit on the offensive coordinator, it's all right. And are we going to try the Patriot Way 2.0? Because they're talking about Mike Vrabel. Okay, look here. We tried it with McDoofus. Okay, didn't work. Not saying Vrabel's not a bad coach.
No, he's not.
He caught the short end of the stick in Tennessee when they depleted his team by trading away one of his best weapons.
I mean, he did coach the Titans to a conference championship game. Unfortunately, they ran into Kermit the Frog and the Chiefs.
We need a head coach that can battle Andy Reid, Harbaugh, and Sean Payton.
Correct.
AP was just outclassed. The moment we hired, he was outclassed by coaching.
Correct.
Within the division. So, and Mark, Tommy, do not, I repeat, I do not want Pete Carroll as my head coach. Take that piece of paper, put it in the fucking box, and toss that shit in the middle of the ocean.
Okay. Now, earlier, you had mentioned Mike Vrabel, and God knows why Chip Kelly. But now Pete Carroll's name's been thrown in also, really?
Yep. Don't want it. They was looking at Chip Kelly to be the offensive coordinator last year.
Okay.
They missed out on that.
Okay. OC, okay. Makes
No,
sense.
no, hold on, wait. So I think you did you I thought I put it in perspective. They want Vrabel the head coach. They're saying Vrabel head coach, Chip Kelly OC.
Oh, that's the combination they want.
That's the combination that they're saying they put together.
Okay.
Chip Kelly as the OC.
Okay.
Now I'll take Chip Kelly as the OC. He's not bad.
Yeah, yes. Because he's done good things at Ohio State.
Okay.
Okay. Because I was gonna say we can give you reasons of why he should not be a head coach.
Didn't he coach Santa Clara?
2-14. Enough said. Okay. Got rid of Deshaun Jackson and Jeremy Maclin and LaShawn McCoy in Philadelphia. For who? For what? Why?
Man, that's a name I ain't heard in a long time. Jeremy Maclin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Right. Wow was right. Okay,
that is throwback.
Now again, Mike Vrabel, 6 years coaching in Tennessee, his last season being in 2023.
So he's not too far removed from coaching.
No, he's not. He's only 2 seasons removed.
Okay, so he's still hip. He's fresh.
Yeah. So and not to mention he is 49 years old, so he's still relatively young.
But here's the thing: we're hiring another defensive-minded coach.
Correct.
I need someone that's young, that's offensive-minded, that's a genius who's going to get Brock Bowers the ball, or who can scheme up a fucking running game. So. But the rumors is the reason. I guess they have their eyes on 2 candidates. And I guess the movement was going on, and that's why they didn't relieve him on Black Monday. But here's the thing, though. If you still are going through it, still fire him. Don't let him go through that press conference, because in any mind that's like he said, it's the outside media that's been talking, which yet again, looks like the outside media was right.
So he has a 54-45 record.
Okay, he's above.
His most first 2 years went 9-7. Then 2020 went 11-5. That's when they got to the 2019 they got to the AFC title game before they lost to the Chiefs. if I'm not mistaken here.
Okay.
And yeah, they got to the conference championship. All right, then went 11-5 in 2020, went 12-5 in 2021, went 7-10 in 2022, went 6-11 in 2023. Obviously, they traded off Derrick Henry at the end of 2023, and paying dividends for the Ravens right now. But here's the thing, and I spoke about this on the Joffos tonight. Okay, so limited owner Tom Brady apparently is going to have a big say in the hiring.
They've been said that the moment that that's it's readily old news, but they're bringing it up now again because now we're going through the process.
But see, here's my thing, and I've said this before. Just because you are a 7-time Super Bowl champion, and just because many people, not me, but many people think that you are the GOAT, that does not translate into the front office. Okay? John Elway, all-time great, has his bus in cannon, 2-time Super Bowl champion, struggled mightily as an executive, could not hit on a quarterback for nothing. Dude traded up to draft Paxton Lynch. Where's Paxton Lynch now? Okay? Only reason why he got to win one Super Bowl as an executive was because he put together a damn good defense.
And he had the sheriff.
Well, but by the time they got, well, we all know 2015 the sheriff could not throw the damn football. He was not the sheriff of 2013.
It was Von Miller in that defense.
Yes, it was Von Miller in that defense that practically won Super Bowl 50 against the Panthers, to which Cam Newton decided, I'm not going to die for the football. And thus, Cam Newton went from hip-hop to looking like, well, what he is now. However.
But you're right, though. Some players can't pan out as GMs, and
talking about Hall of Fame players. I mean, as great as a motivator and a talker and player that Mike Singletary was, it did not translate into coaching for my team. It did not. Now, granted, he made Vernon Davis. He made Vernon Davis to an All-Pro player. Made Patrick Wilson to
he made him a grown man.
That too. Made Patrick Wilson to a Hall of Famer, but was not very good at coaching.
Yeah. Sometimes you're better as an assistant than a head coach.
So we're going to see if Brady can be an owner. Because, I mean, again, there's no debate about who Michael Jeffrey Jordan is on the basketball court as a player. We know who he is. But
GOAT.
As an owner, as an executive,
mid,
he was shitty. Yeah. I mean, Kwame Brown, really? Kwame Brown. That's all I'm going to say. You drafted Kwame Brown.
Well, Dub, everybody can't be the logo.
No. And that's my point. Not everybody can be Jerry West. Not everybody can be Pat Riley. Phil Jackson tried to be an executive. Absolutely sucked. Okay? Irvin Magic Johnson. Greatest point guard, certainly in our lifetime.
Yep.
Tried to run Lakers operations. Didn't do so well. And then he went to the sunset. Isaiah Thomas, again, praying for him in his recovery from Bell's palsy.
Zeke wasn't that bad, though. Out of all of them, he might have been probably better.
Well, it was a disaster with the Knicks. Okay, maybe not so much in Toronto when he was with the Raptors, but when he came to the Knicks, he was horrible.
Well, I mean, he is a Detroit Piston.
This is true too, but I mean, not everybody can be a Jerry West. Not everybody can be a Pat Riley. Not everybody could be a Joe Dumars. Joe Dumars
Yeah.
was a
Fantastic. Yes.
executive.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
uh,
Without a shadow of a doubt.
so, I mean,
That's why he's in the front office right now in the league.
yeah. Um, I mean, really, the only other Hall of Fame player that has done well as an executive is the hick from French Lick, Larry Bird. Um, he has done very well with the Indiana Pacers, going
Mm-hmm.
from being a head coach, leading that
Mm-hmm.
team to the finals in 2000
Mm-hmm.
to what he is now as an executive. So I mean, and right now, Brad Kelly doing the same thing um, for the Celtics. Left the coaching ranks, went to the front office, and thus the Celtics hung up banner 18 this past season. So I mean, like again, not
Who
taking away from
cares?
what Brady did on the field,
Mm-hmm.
but sometimes what you do on the field does not translate into the front office. And again, we have never questioned Mark Davis's desire to wanting to win and wanting to make the Raiders relevant again. We've never questioned that.
Yeah.
It's just again,
Going to be seventh coach in 13 seasons.
yeah. It's like you cannot build continuity. You cannot build momentum of
Stability.
any. You can't build any momentum of any kind if you're always pressing the reset button. And this is why Max Crosby gets mad because again, it's like, how much more of this do I have to go through before it's like, you know what, get me out? And you don't want that to happen because he's one of your mainstays, he's one of your
It's
captains,
already there.
and it's
He's
starting
already
to.
there.
And you're right, it's starting to show. So that's
It's
what I'm
about to
saying.
be a Khalil Mack situation all over again.
Well, here's the
And do
thing.
you know how far that's going to set the franchise back again?
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. Unfortunately for Reggie McKenzie, he was a lame duck when Mark brought back Gruden for Gruden 2.0 because Reggie was ready to pay Khalil Mack. He was
The
going to
books.
pay him.
That man fixed the reason why the Raiders are like above now the money is because Reggie McKenzie fixed the books.
Yes.
He had a shitty first time he was a GM because we had no first and second round. I think of no first and no second. And I think his very first pick was a tackle named Bergstrom.
Tony Bergstrom from Utah.
Yeah. So and then he goes and finds Khalil Mack.
And then Gruden's like, we need a pass rusher. You have one. And then you train him for nothing. Hence the look on my co-host's face. And again,
And now he's in Eaglewood torching our ass twice a year.
next to Joey Bosa. And now the Chargers have a real good chance to make some noise in these AFC playoffs because, spoiler alert, I'm picking them to beat the Houston Texans on Saturday. And I love D'Amico Ryans. I know the Texans are on the way and they're coming.
So you spoiled that topic on the talking ish.
Well, I mean, not everybody's watching, so
This is true.
we'll talk more about that later on today when after the other side of the ball. Stay tuned for a talking-ish episode with myself, Mizzle and Chris, as we preview the NFL playoffs, which of course starts this Saturday. And also might talk about a little bit of college footballs because we got Thursday with the Orange Bowl.
See why they couldn't do it today. I'm off today. It'd been perfect to sit here and watch college football. We could have did a live show, talking ish kind of could have been live while we're watching the college football game.
But we will have the Cavaliers and Thunder tonight on ESPN. So I mean, there is that.
That substitute for not having the college football game because that should be a good game.
That's gonna
depending if nobody takes load management. Because the Celtics did. Wait, who is it? Oh, no, OKC versus the Cavaliers. Yes. That's right. So if there's no load management, then we should be good.
Now, here's what I would say. obviously, I know who I would want to be my head coach if I was the Raiders. It would be Ben Johnson without question. Um,
I think he's going to go to a situation where he already has a quarterback, i.e.
Could
Chicago, i.e. Chicago,
that's a very highly good possibility.
or somewhere that.
I keep saying Jacksonville because I mean Sunshine is not a slouch. I mean,
See, I think if he would take a head coaching position, it wouldn't be Chicago because he would have to play the Lions twice a year.
mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't be Chicago. So I think it would be somewhere down, maybe go down there to Florida. You know, you got your franchise quarterback already. You slightly got a good running game.
Yeah.
But are they too far, excuse me, on the other side of the ball for him not to make that decision? Because you have to understand, it's gonna take a lot for him to leave the situation that he's in right now because
Yeah,
it's successful.
And who says he's gonna leave? Who says he's gonna leave Detroit? That's a very valid point because I mean, and 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 also depending how far Detroit goes in the playoffs, because if you're in the playoffs, you cannot interview until your season is over.
Well, he's having an interview. Him, Aaron Glenn are having interviews on Thursday, but it's virtual.
Oh, virtual.
Yeah, they gave them permission to do that. I guess the league opens a window. I guess for teams that have a bye or well, yeah, because they have a bye. This is the reason why they can do it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So yeah, they're
I can definitely see Aaron Glenn taking the Saints job, since he's coached there and played there. Um, I don't know why Rex Ryan wants to come back to the Jets. He really thinks he can save the franchise.
hell. You know what? I hate to say this, especially if Keith is watching. His ass can be a one and done too if he doesn't
Yeah.
get it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think, but Rex fits East Rutherford though. You know, it's he can handle the media.
That he does, but again,
Is his coaching outdated though?
yeah. Have you adjusted to today's NFL? Can you
Mm-hmm.
adjust to today's NFL?
Mm-hmm.
More importantly than that, can you hit on the quarterback?
Well,
That's where you got to hit on. And it didn't go so well, Mark Sanchez. Yes, the first two seasons, yeah, you got to the AFC title game, but Mark Sanchez did not progress further,
mm-hmm.
and thus it cost you your job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ain't that crazy that your quarterback that you draft that you put faith in can get you fired?
Yeah.
Ain't that something?
Well, I mean,
That's crazy though.
look at Jim Harbaugh in San Francisco / Santa Clara. Drafted Kaepernick. Kaepernick comes out of the woodwork in 2012, gets them to Super Bowl 47, but the last drive showed be like, oh damn it, and then 2013.
Well, hold on. In that situation, do you blame the coaches more than you blame the execution?
It's a mixture of both. Coaches call the play, but the players has to execute it. But
But
again,
4 times in a row, brother.
that's just downright stupidity. And all
So,
parties.
do you blame the players, or do you blame the execution, or do you blame the coaches for calling the same play 4 times?
I blame all the above. Because I'm sorry, if I'm a quarterback, I'm definitely auditing out to a play, and I'm giving the ball to number 21, and I'm telling my line, you block like fucking hell to get 21 across the goal line.
Well, hell, they blocked like fucking hell to get him. He got you down there. If it wasn't for if it wasn't for the if it wasn't for the inconveniencing truth, I'm not gonna say the first word right. You guys would not have been in that situation. Gore ran his ass off.
Well, again, if Beyonce and them didn't make the Superdome go dark, we would have got blown out anyway because we were not ready. We were not ready to play in the first place.
100%.
And I would have
100%.
rather us get blown out instead of the lights go out and then you basically steal all the mo from the Ravens, but yet Greg Roman and Jim Harbaugh decide that We're just going to throw the ball and not give it to our Hall of Fame running back, who got us to the 5 yard line.
I've known we said this on multiple times on the show through the 4 years, or the situation. That situation you guys did right there is just as atrocious as what Pete Carroll did in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady.
Like I said, we were the dumbest play call in Super Bowl history until Pete Carroll basically said, "You know what? Hold it. I'm gonna show you how real stupid I can get."
Did Marshawn Lynch go backwards at all in that Super
He did
Bowl?
not have not one negative run in Super Bowl 49. Not a one. And the greatest meme ever created was the facial expression of Richard Sherman after that interception was thrown. And Malcolm Butler jumped the route, which he did a fantastic job jumping the route and basically taking the ball away from Chris Matthews, who was having a fantastic game. But I'm like, of all the people you're going to throw it to, you're going to throw it to him. But for the life of me, you're not going to give him the ball. That was like the Chicago Bears basically slapping Sweetness in the face and not letting him get a shot at a touchdown at the goal line all those times the Bears were at the goal line.
Bro, are you giving the ball to Ricky Watt? I mean, are you giving the ball to Roger Craig?
You damn right I am.
Am I giving the ball to Marcus Allen?
If it ain't Marcus Allen, it's Bo Jackson. One of the two.
You think I'm not going to hand the ball off to Jerome Bennis?
You think Franco Harris. You think John Riggins. You think Larry Zonka. You think Emmett Smith. You think Tony Dorsett are not going to touch the damn ball at the goal line in the end zone? You think Joe Morris of the Giants or Otis Anderson of the Giants is not going to touch the ball at the goal line? Hell, even though they lost 4 straight, you don't think Thurman Thomas was not going to get the ball at the goal line for the Bills?
We trying to win this damn Lombardi trophy. I don't give a damn about this man ain't going to go to the podium and speak to you. We'll take the fine. We will take the fine. But give me that trophy. And you still give him that MVP.
But it's like Mike Ditka. How did you not know that Walter Payton did not want to score in the Super Bowl? How do you not know that? The man that was the franchise and the only reason why the Chicago Bears were watchable until 85. How did you not know he was not going to take that seriously and take it personally? How did you not know that? I mean, yes, the game plan worked for the Bears to where they used him as a decoy because we knew that the Patriots were going to try to do everything to stop Walter Payton and not let him go off, which that happened. But, I mean, I'm sorry, and I hate to bring up a bad memory, but you didn't think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were not going to let their heart and soul, the A train, not score?
Mike Allstott.
Now, I hope.
You know what? The Super Bowl hurt, but the Tuck rule hurt more. Yeah, I wanted to see my team win the Super Bowl, but the team that got Tuck ruled was winning the Super Bowl that year. I promise you, we get Pittsburgh. Okay, that year, boy, the NFL shoved it right up Raider Nation's ass that day. But yeah, that's crazy work that you don't run the ball in the situation, bro. Do you think John Gruden would not give Zach Crockett the ball in that situation?
14 blasts would be called for sure.
Now we'd have ran that play 4 times in a row. I promise you.
Lying about what, Mr. Franklin?
I know you just can't say that and not say what's being lied about.
What are we lying about?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Franklin.
Yeah, greatest referee.
But I mean,
you ready to get back to work, sir? You ready for Marks to get here? I sure am.
More importantly, Mr. Franklin, what do your Steelers have to do to beat the Ravens on Saturday in prime time on Prime Video.
Wait, he's a Steeler fan?
Yes, Mr. Franklin is a Steeler fan. Yes.
Got nothing to say. I respect that. I respect that organization. So, no, brother, you know me. There's
Oh
only a few
yeah.
organizations that I respect, and the Steelers is one of them.
Oh yeah. I mean, without question, it's one of the best ran organizations in the NFL.
Bro,
So
they let their coaches retire.
yeah. Oh, Oos is in
Oh,
the building. Oh, the the
Oos.
bloodline has arrived. Yes, indeed.
It's back where it
and,
needs to be.
and of course, Mizzle goes into his one mode. Of course.
Mm-hmm. Brother, you was there when I witnessed
Yeah.
when he took.
When you officially hopped on. Yes. Yes, you did.
Yes, yes, and I have not left yet.
All right. So, as expected, Nick Sorensen out as defensive coordinator, but yet Kyle Shanahan still wants to keep him on the damn staff. Dear Lord, why? I don't know.
Wait, so what is his role now?
Supposedly he might coach special teams.
That is a serious demotion, though. You went from the DC to
Sorensen did have those roles with Jacksonville and Seattle, so he's done it before.
How did it pan out for them?
That's a good question. I don't know. Although, however, and I know some people. All right, and Mr. Franklin does respond. He said, "Baltimore is a hard town to be a Steeler fan in, but we come in to kick these Ratbirds' asses." Oh, so you're going to the game? Nice. I'm pretty sure.
About to go sit in that Ravens nest. Hey,
I'm pretty sure it's
respect.
about to be terrible towel loaded for sure, for sure.
Well, I got relatives that are Steeler fans, so
But nonetheless, Mr. Franklin, enjoy
yes.
in playoff football in person. Enjoy that. Enjoy that, my guy. Absolutely.
And always watch out for that stupid ass fan. Because you trying to be happy about your team. Yeah, they're out there.
Yeah. Every fan base has them, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But
especially those ones in Sacramento.
yeah.
Can't even walk in there with my Sixer jersey on.
I don't know who they're gonna replace. I know most of the faithful wants Robert Saleh to return, but Robert Saleh probably wants to be a head coach.
Oh Lord.
Never a dull moment with Mr. Franklin. Oh, baby. You gotta love it. Never a dull moment.
Hang a
Never
fucking star on that baby. Oh, yo, man. You thought he'll be part of Bill's Mafia with that one.
Right? Devon, get the tables.
Oh, man.
Goodness.
Thank you, Mr. Franklin. Needed that. Needed that. Good Lord.
I know some people want Saleh, but actually, I would take an inquire on Jeff Ulbrich, who was the interim coach for the Jets, but of course he does have Niner ties because he did play for the Niners and he was a very, very good linebacker for the Niners.
I would say that sounds familiar. Wait, the interim coach for the Jets, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Was the DC at UCLA when Joe Moore Jr. was the head coach at UCLA. So, I mean, I give him a shot to run the defense. I don't know how I would feel about Gus Bradley, given the fact that Gus Bradley got fired by the Seahawks, but Gus Bradley is someone that Shanahan has.
Wait, he was on the Seahawks, not the Colts?
No, I'm just saying, Gus Bradley was the mastermind behind the defense.
Okay.
But Shanahan has coveted him in the past. and runs a similar defensive scheme. But I still say the wide nine has got to go because you really don't have the personnel for it. And plus, you don't know if Dre Greenlaw is going to be back, and if you let Dre Greenlaw walk, then you really have to stack up on linebackers because Fred Warner can't do it by himself. Um, I mean, there you have it. That remains to be seen. Bears wanted to interview Mike McCarthy, but Jerry Jones said no, which leads me to believe that Jerry Jones is going to bring back Mike McCarthy, which probably will
Agreed.
make Cowboy fans very, very mad. Um, Ray Carthon fired as Titans GM, but also Brian Flores also looking to be interviewed. The Bears and the Jets have requested to interview him. Um, he also has interest in the Patriots job. I don't know why you would want to go to Foxborough, um, even though your ties do come from Foxborough. That's gonna be very interesting to say. But it looks like Brian Dable's job is safe. Looks like he'll be back with the Giants along with the Giants general manager. So I think that's all the.
Now, what's the issue going on in Nashville? Because it seems like a lot of people got mixed emotions with that GM being let go.
Well, that's a very valid point. Of course, as mentioned, Ray Carthon, of course, son of former Giants fullback Maurice Carthon. Of course, Maurice Carthon was a part of both Super Bowl winning teams for the Giants in the '80s and in '86 and '90. Um, Definitely a lot of mixed bags involving him being fired. Of course, he came from my organization, which he definitely earned the right to be a GM. Um,
Okay.
I mean, obviously Shannon Sharp went in on why he thinks he should have got more time. Some people saying did him drafting Will Levis, did that cost him his job? I don't know. Um, but obviously, even though Carthon is gone, um, even though they
Who?
have the number one pick,
So who has? Is it the Jets, Titans? Who has GM open positions?
opening GM positions
Yes.
right now it would be just the Titans.
Oh. So wait, who did Louis Riddick interview for?
The Jets and
So the Jets have an open GM position then.
yeah. Besides them, um,
Excuse me.
he interviewed for somebody else too. I'm trying to find out who he interviewed.
Yeah, I thought so.
There's another team he interviewed for. No, I don't want to talk about JJ Redick.
Don't they spell their last names different anyway?
Yeah.
Is
No,
it
no, it's Redick.
for both? Oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry.
It's
Lu-
I. One has Lewis has an I, right?
no, Lewis has two D's.
Okay.
JJ has one.
Okay.
Okay, now I want Lewis. Thank you.
Yes. What do you say? You must obey.
All right. Okay, now what was it? Okay, so one was the Jets. What was the other one? Or was it just the Jets?
I think it was just the Jets.
Okay. Oh, it was okay. They were interviewing him, and they were also interviewing Ron Rivera for the head coaching job. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because Keith didn't like the Ron Rivera. He said he on board with Louis Riddick, which I agree.
What anybody would.
I mean, hell, when him and Mayock interviewed, I was like, oh, I thought Mayock would have panned out a little bit better because of him being a scout and what he does on NFL Network.
I
But that
think.
goes to show you, or was it Gruden and Mayock was just the face?
Well, I think if Mayock would have given, If the Raiders would have kept Bisaccia after 2021 and let him and Mayock work together, it possibly could have done some things.
Okay.
Now, I do think if Dave Ziegler wasn't with Josh McDaniels and Ziegler and Moore say, who knows what?
Well, hold on. Ziegler had a trade
Correct,
ready to go, and the Houston Texans was ready for it.
correct. C.J. Stroud was going to be a Raider, and then Josh McDumbass decided, no, I don't want that.
Brother, that's pure. See, I literally think that he was sent by the NFL or the Patriots to come fuck my franchise over.
Now, could you imagine Louis Riddick being the Lions GM, or the Texans GM, or the Steelers GM? Those are the last three interviews he had for GM as far as
Wow.
yeah.
What does the GM hiring follow the Rooney Rule as well?
That's a very good question. I don't know. Now,
Because why are they passing up on
I,
this,
I
brother?
think, I think, I think it does per se. I think the Rooney Rule definitely pertains to GMs.
You know who's about to get a. You know who's. I'm shocked that he hasn't got one yet, but I hope he stays. Champ Kelly. I hope he stays on the Raiders staff. I hope Telesco finds a way to keep that man in this organization because I honestly thought he was going to get the GM position when it was open.
Correct.
But I'm also glad that he stayed. So I'm hoping that they find a way to keep him, especially by retaining Telesco. So hopefully Telesco, yeah, hey, we need you, brother. You got an eye. But I wouldn't be mad if he goes gets a GM position somewhere else. And I'm shocked that he hasn't even got a call yet.
Yeah. I mean, which he might because, like we said, Tennessee is open, the Jets is open.
Yeah.
And who knows what other who knows what other firings might happen as the week progresses. But
yeah. Patrick Graham is gone, so we better be ready. We're gonna have to find another DC. I think he's out of here. If he doesn't take a head coaching position, don't be shocked if he takes the Bengals DC position.
that's all. Yeah, that's all opening too. You're absolutely right. Totally forgot about that.
So yeah, I think, and now you know what? Thank you, Patrick Graham. I think if AP or no, I would no. They need to just clean house. Because I was gonna say, what if you by some choice that Patrick Graham becomes the Raiders head coach? That would be some sabotagery right there, boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think once AP got fired, that really just showed that I think everything is going to be unless they nope. They couldn't even promote Robert Leonard now. I think the whole whoever the head coach is, he's probably going to clean house and want to bring his own staff in.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much, yep. And there's some players that are free agents, man, that I think they're not going to bring back.
That's always the hard part.
Because now I don't think. Now let's hit this question now. With AP, I think they re-sign Robert Spillane and they bring back Nate Hobbs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that happens now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think the new coach might want to re-sign to Adam Butler, who was playing his great football.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're about to lose some damn good players now.
Well, I mean, it's a very good
Don't you
point.
lie to me, Beavis.
Heard you loud and clear. All right, real quickly before we call this an early morning.
Put a bow on it.
Nap time put a bow on it, yes, because it's nap time for me.
It's still
Warriors
nap time for me. I got school drop off. Not necessarily.
Actually, it is. Warriors took a tough one on the chin tonight. The Heat got some hot shooting.
DeAndre can drive to school in the morning.
As they beat the Warriors 114 to 98. Warriors got within 1 point, and the Heat went on a 10-0 run and never looked back as Jovic led the way
Pathetic.
with 20 for Miami. Bam had 19. Jaquez had 18. Hero had 14.
Hero.
Burks had 11 off the bench. Robinson 12 off the bench. But Jovic had 20 off the bench for the Heat. For the Warriors, Curry had 31, but really couldn't get no other help other than. Well, I will say this: Trace Jackson Davis has been balling out lately. He had 19 and 7. Curry had 31. Hield had 11 off the bench, but really not much other scoring from.
Miss Jonathan Kuminga, man.
Yeah, they do. They definitely miss Kuminga. Louis did not play. Heat go to 18 and 17. Warriors.
Oh, that's why.
At 18 and 18. The Hornets beating the Suns as LaMelo had 32 and 10 to lead the way for Charlotte. Miles Bridges at a 21.
Crazy. Charlotte can beat the damn Suns, but my Sixers can't. Motherfuckers.
As the Charlotte Hornets get their 8th win of the year, beating the Suns. Snapping a 10-game losing streak to Charlotte.
I know about 10-game losing streaks.
Yeah. Jalen Green scored 22 of his 29 points.
You just LA Knighted me.
Yeah. Let me talk to you. Rockets beat the Wizards 135 to 112. Green scores 22 of his 29 in the third quarter as the Rockets get win number 24 and the Wizards now fall to 6 and 28 on the season.
So the Hornets got 8 and the Wizards got 6.
Correct. No Luka Doncic. No Gafford. No Kyrie Irving. And the Lakers still lose 118 to 97. They still lose by 21.
I didn't do the math when you sent it to me because I just read what you said. And I saw the score, so I didn't do the math.
Yeah.
Now, was the Lakers fully they had all their players?
Anthony Davis had 21 to lead the way for the Lakers. He had 21 and 12. LeBron had 18, 10 and 8, so he woke up early. Reeves had 15. Christie had 12. Finney Smith had 11 off the bench. Connect had 13 off the bench. But P.J. Washington had 22. Dinwiddie had 19. Clay had 13. Grimes had 23 off the bench for the Mavericks. And Hardy had 15 off the bench for the Mavericks. But
are we being a little harsh on them because they did go on a nice little winning streak though?
Who, the Lakers?
Yeah.
It's the Lakers. Screw them.
100%. I'll rinse my mouth out for even thinking about that.
But at the same time,
thank you for bringing me back to reality, brother.
The Mavericks have their two best players.
Yeah.
Bench player in Gafford or a very nice contributor in Gafford not playing. Yeah. And like Shaq said on Inside the NBA, I'm taking your will. I'm not giving you hope. I'm stomping on your neck. But yet, you let the Mavericks hang around, give the Mavericks hope, and thus
that's all it takes.
Staring at a 21-point defeat at the hands of the Mavericks. Make it make sense. But
it doesn't.
Zion made his return, but the
Timberwolves get the win. Did he make his return? Hey, and he looked slim too.
Yeah, he did. Yes,
he's looked like he didn't put in some work.
But Anthony Edwards had 32 to lead the way for the Timberwolves as they get their 19th win, 104 to 97. As the Pelicans are now 7 and 30 on the year. Randall had 16. DiVincenzo had 7. Reed 13 off the bench. Alexander Walker had 11 off the bench. Zion, 22-6. Murray had 29. Alvaro had 13, but could not get help anywhere else. C.J. McCollum really struggled tonight. Shot 1 of 14 from the floor.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not a good night. Not a good night at all. But at the end of
Hey,
the day,
bro. You know me. If I'm missing a few shots, I'm about to just turn into a passer. F that. I know it's not in my DNA to shoot tonight.
uh, the Jazz tied the game, but Trae Young said, "We're going home," as he shot that ball from Provo, Utah, to beat the Utah Jazz.
And the crazy part is the Jazz had to hit a three to tie the game.
Yes.
And they did.
Yeah.
Left with what, 2.9 left on the clock is what he started with. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 2 something, I believe. And he took off and he shot that. He didn't even cross the. He shot it backcourt.
Yeah, he did. It was a backcourt shot. He was behind the backcourt logo and just said, "We're going home."
So don't be shocked if Steph decides to shoot it from the free throw line on the other side of the court. Just to be like, okay, brother, yeah, you.
And probably will bank it in.
No, he won't bank it in. That shit's going all net.
I wouldn't put it past him. He is the greatest shooter God ever created. And the game of the night, game of the last 2 NBA champions, the Celtics and the Nuggets, took place in Mile High. Very good game.
Just sucks that there was no Jokic.
Nuggets tied the game. The Celtics pull away late in the fourth quarter, getting the win 118-106. Boston now an impressive 27-10. Nuggets 20-15. Michael Porter Jr. had a very good game for the Nuggets as he had 15. Russ led the way with 26. Murray had 19. Braun had 12. Watson had 14 off the bench. Strother had 19 off the bench. But at the end of the day, 29 from Tatum, 25 from Porzingis, and 19 from Holiday, 14 from Brown, as the Celtics get the win 118-106 over the Nuggets. On the ice, the Golden Knights beat the Sharks. Sharks fought hard, but at the end,
The kids are out there playing expiring
playing
hockey.
their hearts out. They're definitely playing their hearts out.
You know what they're doing though?
They're building.
They're giving me hope. They're giving me hope.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm going to pay attention to them more next season.
Like I said, you got
Just the little spurts that I've been and been watching and seeing highlights. And I did watch one game as we were live on one show.
You
So
got you have the rising star in Celebrini.
Yes.
Get them some help.
Build. Yes.
Build.
Build.
Number 71.
I'm honestly, I trust this this regime. I trust this front office. I believe that they're young minded and they're rebuilding us. And hell, it's about time the Sharks start getting young. So let's see what these. I'm gonna start paying attention to the kids next season. I think the Sharks are gonna be deadly, not deadly, but they're gonna be pretty scary next year because they have won some big games.
Yeah, they have. Golden Knights 142 at the tank. EJ's beloved Edmonton Oilers shut out the Boston Bruins 4-0 in Boston. Red Wings in overtime beat the Senators 3-2. In overtime, Stars beat the Rangers 5-4. In a shootout, Blue Jackets beat the Penguins 4-3. Lightning beat the Hurricanes 3-2. Maple Leafs beat the Flyers 3-2. Wild beats the Blues 6-4. And the Winnipeg Jets beat the Nashville Predators 5-2. And in overtime in Anaheim, Flames beat the Ducks 3-2. And that's your scoring on the ice in the National Hockey League. So, with that said, that will put a bow on a wrap here on episode 290 of the Mizzle and Dove Show. Thank you for staying up with us here. So we gave you a good 55 minutes of some content. We'll be back later on tonight for Talking-ish with myself, Chris and Mizzle, as we break down these playoff matchups in college and in the NFL. So please join us for that. Also, please join us at 5:30 for the other side of the ball, talking all things A7FL and A7FL Nevada. So looking forward to that. But with that said, it's time for Mizzle and I to take naps because adulting sucks. But
It
thank
sure
you guys for hanging out with us here on episode 290, and as always, it is 12:05, some damn where, and you've been watching the Mizzle Dub Show, and that, for all time, deserves a yeet.
Yeah, it does. As a super dope beat maker, as he does every episode, beginning to end, takes us out. Hey, as we always say, that boy good. That boy is good. As you hear that drop, and then he brings the beat back in, just pure slap. Good morning, good night, wherever you may be. Thank you for joining the Mizzle and Dub Show.